Hi everyone, in today's video we are going to talk about a big news in the AI industry. DeepSeek has just launched a reasoning model called DeepSeek-R1, and that is comparable or even better than OpenAI's GPT-o1 model. And what even better is that it is fully open sourced, and you can use it for free at DeepSeek's website. You can just click this DeepThink icon to start solving reasoning problems. And for the API cost, it is 27 times cheaper than GPT-o1's model. As for the application of the DeepSeek-R1 model, many other channels have already covered how we can use DeepSeek-R1 on coding, so I'll focus more on the business side. What would be the business implications for business owners, how we can adopt DeepSeek-R1 in our business strategies and daily operations. And I'm going to do 8 real tests on DeepSeek-R1, Claude Sonnet, and GPT-o1 to showcase the performance comparison of different models. And before we start the demo, let's quickly go through the benchmark performance. Okay, for this figure, it is showing the benchmark performance of DeepSeek-R1. For this one is AIME 2024, which is American Invitational Mathematics Examination. Basically, it's a high school math competition with extremely challenging problems like algebra, geometry, number theory, etc. And you can see the performance of R1 is better than OpenAI's O1 model here. And for the second benchmark, it's Code Forces. It's the programming competition. It's like competitive programming platform testing algorithms design and coding efficiency. You can see it is really a head-to-head competition between DeepSeek-R1 and OpenAI's O1 model here. And for the third benchmark, which is GPQA Diamond, it means general purpose question answering in the diamond tier. So it tests deep expertise in science, philosophy, and technical field, for example, like explaining quantum entanglement in simple terms. As you can see, it is also comparable to OpenAI's model, and it is much better than OpenAI's O1 mini model as well. For the fourth one is Math 500. Is a very famous math benchmark, like 500 hard problems. To solve advanced math problems require step-by-step proof, calculus, like a calculus, linear algebra. And it is performing even better than the OpenAI's O1 model. And then for the fifth one is MMLU, Massive Multitask Language Understanding. So it tests general knowledge across 57 subjects like history, law, biology, etc. It comes really close to the OpenAI's O1 model performance. And for the last one is SW Bench Verified. So software engineering benchmark verified tasks. So it's for doing like fixing bugs, or adding features to real-world software projects like GitHub repositories, etc. So it is performed slightly better than the OpenAI's O1 model. After talking about the benchmark performance of DeepSeek-R1, we can know that it is really comparable to OpenAI's O1 model on reasoning, mathematics, even coding, etc. And what even better is that it is fully open sourced. But what would be the implications to us, to business owners, to marketers, etc. First of all, let's talk about the cost. So on the left-hand side, you can see the DeepSeek-R1 API cost. For 1 million input tokens and 1 million output tokens, the total cost is just $2.74 US. As for OpenAI's O1 model, it costs in total $75. So DeepSeek-R1 API is 27 times cheaper than OpenAI's O1 model. So in terms of cost perspective, we should really consider using DeepSeek R1 model instead of OpenAI's O1 model. But how about the performance? How about the quality of the output? So today I'm going to do 8 real tests comparing DeepSeek-R1 model, Claude 3.5 Sonnet, and OpenAI GPT-o1 model with 8 real tests on business use cases. So let's start our demo. So for the demo, we are going to compare the DeepSeek R1 model. So we have to turn on the DeepThink. We are going to use our model for reasoning problems, and we're going to use Claude 3.5 Sonnet and GPT-o1 model for the comparison. So for the first category, it would be the digital advertising optimization. So let's start with our first question. We have a 50K monthly meta ads budget. Last week, campaign A got a 2.1% CTR. CTR means click-through rate, and $3.5 CPA means cost per acquisition, while campaign B got 1.4% CTR and 5.8 CPA. Allocate next week's budget to maximize conversions. So it is a simple task, so we can ask all of them to do it at once. Let's see how it goes. Great. Okay, as you can see, DeepSeek AI, the R1 model, is still thinking, and we have already got the answer from O1 and Claude. Okay, so let's take a look at the answer from DeepSeek R1 model first. Okay, so among all these three, I would say the winner is Claude, because it puts a number. It provides a recommendation in terms of number. It's better than GPT-o1, and it also provides the reasons why we should still put a small amount of budget instead of total, like completely cutting out the campaign B, because for the DeepSeek one, it's totally cutting the campaign B. So I think it is just my personal preference. I think all three models can give the direction well. It's just that I like the reasoning and the how Claude provide their recommendation better. So for this one, I would prefer Claude answers slightly more. So let's put Claude here. Okay, after doing the first demo, let's do the second one. Basically, we are going to ask the three models to analyze the meta ad campaign. I've downloaded the statistics of the meta ad campaign that we have done before, for example. And so we are going to ask it to provide short and precise summary of the insights and bullet points, and provide the recommendation on how we should adjust and optimize the ad campaign. Okay, so let's just paste it here. We can drag and drop the Excel file here. And for GPT, we cannot upload the documents directly. So we need to copy the data set here. Let's find the data set as follow. Okay. After this upload, then we can start. Okay, let's start. Okay, so all three models have completed. Let's take a look at the DeepSeek one first. Okay, I think basically all the recommendations among all three models are similar. Both identified mobile device, Android phones, India campaigns, Instagram platform is performing better, and so I would say the performance of all three platforms are similar. So let's just put similar here. Okay. So let's take a look at our third demo. Okay, so let's try influencer marketing ROI as the question. And influencer charge 10K for post. The audience is 500,000 with $250, 40% margin. Calculate the minimum conversion rate needed for a 200% ROI, factoring a 30% repeat purchase rate. So let's ask them to calculate and share us their results. Okay, as we can see, DeepSeek-R1 and ChatGPT-o1 are giving out the same answer, while Claude is providing another answer. So let's take a look at the answer from DeepSeek first. All right. So we can see both DeepSeek-R1 and GPT-o1 gave the correct answer. I would say GPT-o1 is better because of the formatting and also the explanation, but I would say they both gave the correct answer. So for this demo, I would say DeepSeek and OpenAI. Okay, so let's do our fourth demo. Competitor X just drops prices by 15% with sell similar headphones at $199. Simulate 3 response scenarios with profit and loss projections. So let's copy and paste the questions in the 3 models and see what answers they can provide. Great, all models have completed their answers. Let's take a look at the DeepSeek's one first. And I would say the formatting of GPT-o1 is better, but basically the ideas and the directions of the calculation and suggestions are similar between DeepSeek and o1. And if you consider the price, the cost of calculating with DeepSeek-R1, I would still prefer DeepSeek-R1. And what I like is that when we match the competitive price, assume the sales volume will remain stable, but for the o1 price model, it assumed there would be slightly increase. Not a slightly increase, there will be a 30% increase in sales. So I would say DeepSeek-R1's suggestions or scenario planning makes more sense to me. So I would choose DeepSeek here. Alright, let's do the fifth demo. Product A costs $20 with 50% margin, and while product B costs $30 with the 40% margin, customers who buy A have 30% chance to buy B. Should I bundle them for $45? Calculate the profit per customers for both scenarios. Let's take a look. Okay, let's try all of them. Okay, for the GPT-o1 results, I would say it is more comprehensive. First of all, we said the product A costs $20, product B costs $30. Both Claude and OpenAI treat the dollar sign as selling price instead of cost. However, DeepSeek-R1 treated the dollar sign as the cost. So as you can see, the calculation will be totally different. And I would say basically the calculation between Claude and o1 are the same. For example, product A profits 10 per unit, product B 12 per unit. Sold separately, it will be $30 for the expected profit. Same here. and then bundling for $45, it will be $17 for the bundled profit. But I would say it is more comprehensive by O1. So it puts different scenario, like for scenario 2, if the attach rate stays at 25%, expected profit per customer will be lower. So under the assumption that the same 25% attach rate applies, we shouldn't use bundling. So it provides different scenarios and when it will be advantageous to adopt this bundle. So I would say the answer would be more comprehensive here. So for the fifth demo, I would give the credit to OpenAI. Okay, so let's do the sixth demo. It is an easy question. Predict the inventory needs for a 6-hour 50% off sale on wireless earbuds. Historical data: 1,000 units sold in 2023 with 20% website crash downtime. So let's paste this and see what answer we got. Okay, let's take a look at the answers from DeepSeek first. I would say OpenAI's reasoning would be more reasonable, making more sense, and more comprehensive. So I would give the credits to OpenAI for the demo 6. Okay, let's do the seventh demo. Opening a new store costs $150K upfront, rent $5K per month, staffing $8K per month, average order value $80, and 35% margin. Calculate daily customers are needed to break even in 12 months, simulate for 10% and 20% monthly growth. So basically, it is a break-even analysis. Let's take a look at the answers from all 3 models. Right, we got all the answers from DeepSeek and Claude and GPT-o1. Basically, the answers are all the same, I would say. I think it's just rounding up or down. For example, with 10% monthly growth, it'll be 18 customers. So basically, it's just rounding up from 17.03 and 10 customers for just rounding up from 9.2. It's the same for GPT-o1, just rounding up from 9.2 and rounding up from this number. So the answer of all of them are the same. I mean, they are correct, but in terms of simplicity and accuracy, I would give the credit to Claude. Okay, so for the last demo is about the financial decision making. For example, I have a loan of $50,000, which I must repay a total of $84,000 over a 5-year term using simple interest. I'm considering whether to make extra monthly payments to reduce the interest I pay, or to invest my surplus cash into a market campaign with a 50% estimated annual return. Could you please compare the total savings and gains I might achieve under each option over a 5-year period, showing all necessary calculation assumptions? Alright, so let's try this question and see the answers from all the models. Let's start. Great, we got all the answers from all the 3 models. So let's quickly go through the answers provided by DeepSeek first. So I think all the answers provided by the 3 models are pretty correct, especially for the simple interest rate, 30.6%. It's just that the final analysis, which is comparing the saved interest and also the surplus cash, the investment growth, it should be more correct for DeepSeek and for GPT-o1. And so I would prefer GPT-o1 and DeepSeek over Claude's analysis here, because they are not directly comparing the correct number of the saved interest and also the estimated return. And for here, I would prefer GPT-o1 more than DeepSeek because of the detailed analysis. But if you think about the cost, I would say they are actually similar. So I would both rank them on the same. Great, we have already completed 8 real tests for the business strategy use case for DeepSeek-R1, Claude 3.5 Sonnet, and GPT-o1 models, and compare the answers and see which one we like the most. So basically, I would say still OpenAI GPT-o1 provides a more comprehensive answer, but in terms of accuracy and the speed, I would say DeepSeek AI performance is also pretty good. And if we consider the cost, I would think it is much better. I think we just need to have a lot more prompt engineering to fine-tune the result to output the result in the preferred and desired formats. So I would still strongly suggest the community, all of you guys, to try this out, DeepSeek-R1, because you can try it for free at the website. So feel free to let me know what you think about the performance and in the comment section below. See you in our next video.